Hello everyone, so welcome to a different video. So if you don't know, I'm a huge fan of Spawn, and while rewatching the Spawn animated series, I realized we desperately need a Spawn movie. Right now, the superhero genre is getting a little, not formulaic, but simple. As it is, we've had some of the best superhero movies ever made in the past couple of years, but we're also running into a rut of this guy did well for X, Y, and Z, and tons of studio interference, such as Suicide Squad trying to copy the style of James Gunn, and then DC just eventually hiring James Gunn for the Suicide Squad movie. Really shows that they are trying to get that feel that you get from the Guardians of the Galaxy to make their thing more profitable. But we need a Spawn movie. Why? As it is, once studios start interfering, which really felt the case with Wonder Woman in 1984, it felt a lot like there was a lot of studio interference with it, and that could have been them wanting to make it shorter for the release date, or them wanting to make it shorter in general, not knowing if a 3-hour Wonder Woman movie will do good in theaters, and especially the fact that it's COVID times, and it's bad to have a long movie in theaters. Definitely multiple reasons why they could shrink that down a little, which made certain parts not make sense, or certain characters not feel fleshed out, or certain actors being more prominent than other ones. Yeah, you definitely feel that in the movie, and I think that's the main problem, is definitely studio interference. They want to copy what Marvel's doing, because Marvel hit it out of the ballpark with one, and kept on trying to do that. But the thing is, none of them are taking risks. DC is trying to, though. You gotta give them credit. They're doing an R-rated Suicide Squad movie, they did an R-rated Birds of Prey movie. But the one thing that would really make every single person take a deep dive into how to make a comic book movie would be Spawn. Spawn not only talks about religion and racism, along with it, it has a super bad shit dark tone. Along with it, this dark tone would force other movies to simulate it if it's done right. As it is, Joker proved that R-rated is the new way, that you can make an R-rated movie with it still being profitable, even if the character is different from his name. You could do a Batman story where Bruce Wayne becomes Batman, because why the fuck not, instead of his parents dying. You definitely could have that different grades, and the thing is, Spawn could introduce that. Along with it, he is usually known as the kind of bottom of the barrel hero. He doesn't save the day because he feels like it. He saves the day because of his own greed or his own self-preservation in some way. In the first season of Spawn, spoiler alert if you haven't watched it, what are you doing? It's been out since the 90s. Jesus. The first season is all about, well, Spawn deciding, will he be a hero? Will he save people? And it all comes to this boy who's mute and can't speak because of his tongue, him not being able to communicate with a preacher who is gone insane, because he has gone insane, because he's basically, spoiler, the Violator. So, there's that draw. Spawn didn't save him in the 5th episode. He only saved him at the last episode because frickin' his daughter was about to die. See, that's a character who is so flawed that it works. He doesn't care about self-preservation of all humans, he cares about his own personal intents. Along with it, that darker, more vulgar tone will also force certain movies and certain franchises to not only match that, but to not exceed it. Because if you see the worst of the worst, you don't probably want to see any more of it. But if they do Spawn right and they make it big and exciting and fun, then they have a huge chance of forcing Marvel, sadly, to make an R-rated movie. They would be forced to do it. They don't have the choice not to do it. As it is, because of the success of Joker, there's a lot of rumors about them maybe making an R-rated movie in the future, but it's the thing. They don't want to. Deadpool, they know, will succeed, but should we include it in the MCU? I don't know. Maybe not. Those, of course, could be fake rumors meant to just spook you out for a little bit, or make you watch the movie. Either way, Disney doesn't want to do an R-rated movie. They have Cinemax to do that for them. They wipe their hands off it. They do it. They do it. But now that they own 20th Century Fox, they've been getting more accustomed to it. Along with their new program, Disney Star, it seems like they're really moving in the direction of not only knowing that they have to keep up with movies that are going to be like Spawn, but also like DC. DC is definitely going to do more R-rated movies. It looks like the Snyder Cut will be R, along with Suicide Squad, and I'm assuming the Matt Reeves Batman movie, but if it's not, then who knows, maybe we'll get a stop-motion R-rated Batman. Either way, we need Spawn. Spawn will not only force the other genres to outdo it, but they will also force them to take a hard look at the superhero genre. The superhero genre will not only be more liked critically because of Spawn, but it will definitely be more darker because of Spawn, which is desperately what it needs. Superhero genre is getting a little too kiddie again, but that's alright. You can keep the PG Batman, and you can keep the R-rated Batman too. There's no rules that everything has to be in a continuity, that everything has to form fit to one source. That does not have to happen. As it is, I think definitely Spawn is what we need. We need it to challenge the bigger companies. That way we don't end up in a rut of all the same movies again and again and again. Or Justice League feels a lot like Avengers, Man of Steel feels so much like Thor, or any of that. We don't want that. That honestly would ruin the superhero genre as we know it, and also probably kill off some of our favorite characters. So a good rebooted Spawn. It's not PG-13, okay, Todd. I know you didn't mean to do it, but you really made a terrible movie with that Spawn movie. Just do an R-rated one. Just do it. But the faster you do it, the less symptomatic the superhero genre will feel. And maybe Martin Scorsese will consider the superhero genre cinema after that. Hope you enjoyed that random rant video. I thought it would be fun to do because that's who I be. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Oh wait, I have my other light on. It doesn't work. Damn, that effect was supposed to be so cool. It was gonna be... Never mind.